Welcome to Dino Karaoke, where dinosaurs belt out tunes from the Cretaceous period. And our first contestant is the Stegosaurus. The crowd cheers as this herbivore walks confidently to the mic. His tail is swishing with excitement and his bony plates are glistening under the disco ball. This dino has chosen a power ballad. It's gonna be epic. And he starts off strong, belting out notes that shake the jungle gym.
The crowd roars with every powerful lyric.
Even the dinosaurs in the audience are on their feet. But who? Those high notes really push the Stegosaurus to his limits. His face turns red, his eyes bulge out, and his legs start to wobble. Oh no! Will he make it through the song without falling over? Just then, a mischievous Ankylosaurus in the front row starts poking fun at him. Hey, Stego, need some water. You look like you're about to blow a gasket. The Stegosaurus ignores him, focused on hitting those high notes. He finishes the song with a flourish, taking a deep bow as the crowd erupts in applause. That was a close one, but the Stegosaurus made it through the entire song without falling over. Now it's time for the Ankylosaurus to get on stage. Did he choose wisely? We'll find out in just a bit. But first, we have to talk about what happened next.
You see, when the show started, there was a group of 5 friends sitting together in the audience.
They were excited to watch their friend, the Ankylosaurus, perform. But they had no idea that their night was about to take a hilarious turn. These friends were Terry the Triceratops, Patty the Parasaurolophus, Frank the Brachius, Phil the Pterosaur, and Carlos the Carnotaurus. As the show went on, the anticipation grew. When Ankylosaurus approached the microphone, Terry nudged Patty. Our buddy's about to hit the stage. Let's give him a big thumbs up, huh? Patty nodded, her crest shimmering with excitement. Frank, always the supportive friend, gave Ankylosaurus a friendly wave.
Philus the pterosaur flapped his wings enthusiastically, while Carlos, the Carnotaurus, let out a loud roar.
They were all ready to cheer Ankylosaurus on. As the spotlight hit Ankylosaurus, he took a deep breath and began his song. It was a slow, soulful tune that showed off his smooth, surprisingly deep voice. The other dinosaurs in the audience leaned closer, captivated by his performance. Even Terry, the normally boisterous Triceratops, was hushed with amazement. Midway through the song, the tempo picked up. Ankylosaurus started to move, his tail swishing in time with the music. The crowd loved it. Suddenly, something unexpected happened. One of Ankylosaurus's spikes came loose and fell onto the stage. The music stopped and all eyes turned to the fallen spike. There was a moment of silence, then a smattering of nervous laughter.
But Ankylosaurus, ever the trooper, simply picked up the spike, reattached it to his tail, and with a wink to his friends, continued his song.
The audience roared with approval.
They had never seen anything like it. Philsasaur leaned over to Patty and whispered, "I've never seen an Ankylosaurus perform before. Do you think he's nervous?" Patty shook her head, her crest bobbing. "Not at all. In fact, I've never seen him so relaxed and happy." Frank, the Brachiosaurus, nodded in agreement. "He certainly seems confident. Those low notes are rumbling all the way to my tail." Carlos, the Carnotaurus, couldn't help himself. He let out a loud woohoo. The sound echoed through the jungle gym, startling a few nearby dinosaurs.
Carlos quickly apologized, but Terry, the Triceratops, just laughed. "Don't worry, Carlos.
We all get a little carried away sometimes. Just wait till the end of the show, then we can really let loose." The rest of Ankylosaurus's song passed without a hitch. When he finished, the audience erupted in applause. His friends were on their feet, cheering wildly. Terry, the Triceratops, rushed to Ankylosaurus's side. "That was amazing, buddy. Those low notes were like tectonic plates shifting, and your spike incident. Nah, that was just pure showmanship." Ankylosaurus blushed, his armor shining with happiness. "Thanks, Terry. I had a lot of fun." Hey, speaking of fun, remember that time we all went fossil hunting and you accidentally sat on a petrified palm wood? Terry laughed, the sound echoing through the jungle gym. The two friends chatted animatedly. their conversation punctuated by the sounds of the other dinosaurs joining in the fun. The night was young, and there was still plenty of singing, laughter, and good times to come. Next up to perform was none other than the mighty T-Rex. The crowd went wild, stomping their feet and shaking their tails in excitement. Even the ceiling lights flickered with anticipation. But little did they know what was about to unfold was far from the usual fierce and ferocious Tyrannosaurus performance. The T-Rex swaggered to the microphone, his tiny arms raised in the air like a wannabe conductor leading an orchestra. He struck a pose, letting out a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of the jungle gym. The crowd roared back, egging him on. But then something strange happened. The T-Rex opened his mouth to sing, and instead of a booming, terrifying sound, out came a squeak. Not just any squeak, mind you, but the most ear-piercing, high-pitched squeak known to all of Cretaceous. The T-Rex tried again, this time hitting a falsetto note that sounded like nails on a chalkboard. The audience stared in disbelief as the mighty T-Rex attempted to belt out a tune. His face turned red with effort, veins bulging as he pushed out a series of increasingly squeaky roars. The crowd couldn't help themselves. Gigas turned into full-blown laughter as they watched the T-Rex struggle to harmonize. To make matters worse, the T-Rex's tiny arms couldn't grip the microphone properly. It slipped from his grasp and crashed to the floor, bouncing away like a rubber chicken on ice skates. The T-Rex huffed, his pride wounded. He bent down to retrieve the microphone, but it was too much for his stubby arms. They just couldn't handle the weight. With a final mighty roar, he tossed the mic back on the stage, causing a mini earthquake that shook the entire jungle gym. And as if that wasn't humiliating enough, a spotlight suddenly turned on, revealing a small sign around his neck that read, "Do not feed the T-Rex after midnight." The crowd roared with laughter. The T-Rex, defeated and mortified, retreated backstage, leaving the audience in stitches. The show must go on, though, and soon the uproarious laughter subsided, replaced by polite applause. The MCA, calm and collected Diplodocus, tried to regain control of the show, but when the next performer, a young velociraptor, approached the microphone, she couldn't help but crack a smile. The MC cleared his throat and introduced the act. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Velociraptor with a special rendition of My Heart Will Go On. The Velociraptor smiled nervously and began to sing. Her voice, however, was oddly similar to that of the T-Rex. At first, it was barely noticeable, just a hint of squeakiness here, a touch of nasal twang there, but as the song progressed, it became more pronounced. The crowd couldn't contain themselves. Soon, uncontrollable laughter erupted once again. The MC, fighting back tears, tried to hush the crowd, but it was no use. The Velociraptor, realizing the futility of the situation, broke into a sheepish grin and joined in the laughter. And that's when the friends looked at each other, their faces mirroring the same thought. This night was going to be one for the ages. Little did they know, the best was yet to come. What would happen next? Well, you'll have to join them and find out in the next episode. Until then, remember, laughter is the best medicine. Unless, of course, you have a broken bone. Then you should probably see a real doctor. Take care, and we'll see you soon.